Oh my God, can you hear the crunch? Ready? Ready, 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 ready. Come on, it's so addictive. Seriously, I don't really have much ingredients. This is all that's kind of in the fridge. And there's some herbs and just bits and pieces, really. It's whatever you have. This is not a recipe. This is what was in my fridge. And there's some radishes, carrots, cucumber, random stuff. What is there? Turmeric, avocado. There's a mandarin. I've got some beans and I've got some herbs, basil and some mint. I've got some quinoa left over from last night's curry. I've got my plant-based feta. And this is kind of like, all right, I want to have lunch. I've got some French mustard. Yum, that smells so good. Smell that. What is that? Oh. And then I'm going to put like, I don't know, like a tablespoon of vinegar. But don't ask me for the recipe because I'm just making this up because we're all hungry in here and this is what we've got. And then I want that maple syrup as the sweetener. It's about a tablespoon, so it's kind of like an even tablespoon of those ingredients. Just want like maybe half a teaspoon of grated turmeric. You can use fresh. So I'm just mixing this. Just to balance it out. What I mean by that, it's not enough dressing, but I don't want to put any more oil in it. So just a couple of tablespoons of oil. So it kind of works out like tablespoon of mustard, tablespoon of maple, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and a tablespoon of olive oil, and about half a teaspoon of grated turmeric. Now here, am I making a recipe up? That's bloody delicious. Instead of cutting like one slice at a time, I've lined it all up to cut as much as I can, and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to chuck it in Lasmi's bowl with all this other stuff. The random stuff that we have. So I just want to peel just a little bit of that off. Okay, lunch will be ready soon. And I just want to scoop some of those seeds out as well. And then just slice this up. And what else have we got here? We've got some capsicum. Let's just take half a cheek of that. It's kind of like a chopping race and just into little squares. Basically anything that works. Anything that you feel that works for you. We all eat very differently in the studio. Colin behind the camera doesn't really like vegetables. Wira does. He doesn't mind. We're all really different. This is the kind of food that I like to eat. Okay, just gonna chop it like this.
Smells fresh.
Smells good, eh? No, I'm glad I'm not using the feta now, actually, because it doesn't really suit the salad. Big handful of this. Actually, I might just use all of it, yeah? And then I'm gonna, well done with the radish. Yep. I'm gonna pour this all over it. Yum. Get it nice mix. You wanna mix that, Luss?
Put the radish here?
Yeah, pop the radish there. I'll get a nice platter from somewhere. My girlfriend Simone got this for me in Morocco. And I love it. And it's huge. Okay, I'm just going to scatter this all over this plate. Lastly, I'm going to put my amazing crunchy chickpeas for that crunch.
Yum.
Yum, hey?
Woohoo.
There we go.
Thank you.
Wait.
Chickpeas.
You want the chickpeas?
I like crunchy, crunchy, crunch. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Selamat makan.
Selamat makan.
Selamat makan.
makan, Ibu.
What a really easy way to use up those vegetables, hey?
Yep.
And I just want to show you what I did, because if you're rushing to get home to cook dinner and you have time in the morning, this is how you can prepare this amazing little noodle situation. I'm using ironclad pans today, and they're my favorite pan. And so the technique is to make them non-stick, because they're cast iron, is to season it. And seasoning means you get it really bloody hot until it's just about, it's at smoke point, and then we wipe it with some oil, and that creates a surface on it and it becomes non-stick. It's genius. Throw away your non-stick pans, buy this. This is just a game changer. The next step is to now add my cooking oil, just like, I don't know, half a teaspoon of sesame seed oil for flavor. Now we add in the onion, capsicum, and beans. And I'm only going to cook this for around about 5 minutes. Let's see how hot that is. And nothing is sticking. So now I'm going to take my noodles and I'm just going to snip them. The reason why I do this is because they just get tangled up into like a big bird's nest. So the next part of this dish is to add your noodles. I'm adding the curry powder and a little bit of tamari. This is when I turn off the pan and I mix this in. And lastly, it's just a little splash of water, just to move things off the bottom. All those yummy caramelized bits, Scallions, snow peas, sprouts, a little bit more salt and pepper, and that is it. It's exactly how I'm going to serve it. Actually, you know what's really good? Chili flakes. Just a little bit of chili flakes. So as we're putting it on the table, we just mix that through. That's it. That is the dish. Like I said with these pans, right, they got that little top part here, which is really easy to hold. Oh my God, I love these pans. Anyway, that's it. Dinner is ready. One of the things that I love about this recipe, if you can find the leaves that come all the way up like that. So if you go to a farmer's market or some sort of fruit and veggie market and you get the actual encompassing energy of the leaves, it really protects the entire flour when it's in the oven. It gives it more protection from being burnt. I'm not a fan of boiling it. I've noticed a lot of people do that. They boil it first in water, or they steam it. I'm not a fan of that. And I don't boil my cauliflower before I bake it. The reason being, if I washed my mushrooms, I'd wash away all the flavor. And the reason being, if I boiled that and steamed that to pre-cook it or part-cook it, I'm washing away all the natural sugars, in my opinion, in my chef opinion, okay? I'm washing it away, and I don't want to do that. Okay, you're gonna need cauliflower. You're gonna need some cumin powder, some olive oil, salt and pepper, which I have on hand just to my right. And I'm just gonna pour the olive oil over the cauliflower, just not pour, like drizzle. Over this side, roll it around in that fat, making sure everything's covered, which it is. Excellent. And then I want to add some cumin, around about half a teaspoon. It's not a lot of cumin, just half a teaspoon. Depending how big your cauliflower is, this is actually quite a small one. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the salt and pepper station, and I'm going to salt and pepper this. I mean, a lot of people do this with steak, right? They really season their steak well. It's the same with vegetables. They should be treated no other way. All right, into the oven. It's a sauce I got taught a very, 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 very long time ago in a health retreat. I'm talking early 2000s, right? All right, that's good. Half a cup, Lusme. Lusme's writing this down as I'm making it. Half a cup of unhulled tahini. Some really nice coconut yogurt. How much coconut yogurt? Oh, I reckon about a cup, Lusme. Yep, definitely a cup of coconut yogurt. I need a pinch of cumin. It's not a lot, hey, just like a nice pinch of cumin. So the first thing we need to do is salt and pepper this bad boy. Got quite a large garlic clove. I'm gonna grate it into here. So you want one whole lemon, right? Oh, this takes a bit of muscle. Maybe, I reckon, let's start with 1 tablespoon of maple. Oh my God, that's amazing. Set it aside, wait for that to cook, and then we'll put it together. Next level, baked cauliflower is all the crunchy seeds, the deep fried onions. Oh my God, you buy them from the supermarket, right? They come in a packet. Now with this, I threw a couple of weights on the paper, some salt that I've got there, which is now hot, so I've got to be careful just to hold this paper down because it was blowing away in the oven. Okay, so, and all the crunchiness, don't forget all the crunchiness I said in the beginning of this recipe, which is the, roasted seeds, the roasted nuts, the different types of seeds, the crunchiness of the fried onion. Okay, I want to show you something actually. Actually, you want the fork to just go straight through like that. Okay, it's really important. The seeds. This is what makes this dish so delightful, is all this crunch. Get it on there. You want that beautiful bit of parsley. So this is a real moment. This is something that you can do at home. This is very affordable, very tasty.